Hello, my dear friends. I'm here again talking to you about my little discoveries in this beautiful day. A little bit of fog, but the air smells of life. And what are we talking about today? We are talking about a little exercise, a little trick that I've discovered. I called it the three breaths. Breaths, like when we breathe. Three breaths. What are we talking about? We are talking about how we are carried away in our lives. Most of the times, we don't really guide our lives. We have so many things to do. That's why I realized a video where I talk about the difference between the want and the have to. So, how many times in one day we say, I have to? I have to wash my face. I have to take a shower. I have to go to the bathroom. I have to go to the bank. And then I want to. It's very important because it seems like we're slaves. Like, in ancient Rome or in the past, when there were these slaves, they weren't in charge of their lives. Or someone else said, you have to do this, have to do that, and then you can rest. I decide what you do, and I decide when you eat, when you rest. No, man, we don't want like something like that. We want something different. We want to be in charge of our lives. But we have created this kind of whirlpool, and we are carried away in this whirlpool. We have to do all these things. So many times when we wake up in the morning, we have a list of things that we should do, that we have to do. For example, we have to make a phone call to guy number one, and we have to make another phone call to guy number two, and then we have to go to the bank, and then we have to go shopping, and then many things, okay? That's normal, that's our life. And we made it even more complicated in the past because we have created so many objects like cell phones, the one I'm filming with. The cell phones, the PCs, and cars, and televisions, and all this stuff, printers, and whatever. All these beautiful objects need to be maintained, need to be taken care of. We have to take care of all these things that we created. They're like children to us. So we have a lot of things to do and to worry about. But we can do it. That's what we are going to do it even right now. But what I'm suggesting is a little trick so that we can do all these things, go through the list one by one, but staying in charge of our beings, more in the flesh, not carried away, more in the purpose of our life. What am I doing here? This is my life. What was the song? It's my life. Yeah, something like that. It's my life. We should repeat that every moment because comes the time where this life ends and we will regret that we haven't lived fully for the time that was granted to us. So, this is my little trick. We are in the whirlpool with the list. I have to do phone call number one, phone call number two. What happens when I start, take the phone, make phone call number one. What happens? While I'm talking to guy number one, I'm already thinking about guy number two and the phone call and what will I say? Because I know there won't be time to think about what will be my attitude, what do I have to think, what word do I have to avoid in phone call number two. There won't be time for that. So I'm already doing it in phone call number one. And this what it creates, this situation creates a form of this incarnation. We are not in the flesh anymore. We are in the next job, in the next activity that we should do. And we don't appreciate, we don't enjoy, and we don't do it exactly what we should do in that situation, because we are not concentrated on that situation. We are not concentrated in the here and now. Here and now. Space and time. Very important that we are concentrated, focused on what we are doing right now. So, first of all, we should keep these thoughts away, or stalling. We should stall these thoughts, telling them, you have to wait. When these thoughts come and they say, you have to think about guy number two. I know that you're in the phone call number one, but stop thinking about phone call number two. No, we have to say, I will deal with you when I'm finished with phone call number one. Very simple. Like we do with children. When children ask something inappropriate or it's not the time for it, we say, wait a minute. I will come to you. Don't worry. I'm not forgetting about you. Just wait that I'm finishing this task that I'm performing right now. Because I want to perform it at the top of my ability, of my strengths. So, first we have to keep these thoughts apart and not letting these thoughts guiding us. We have to guide them. They don't have to guide us. We are the masters of our lives. Or at least we should be. Then, so we made the phone call with all our heart, with all our mind, with all our beings, concentrated in the flesh, in the task that we are performing, and then close the phone call, and then we take the 3 breaths with the nose, in and out, always using the nose, very slow and very deep, like this. If we know, we know how to perform this kind of breathing, like in the yoga culture, even better. If you know the control belt, like it's explained in my book, even better. Like in the crane respiration of the Taoist world, even better. But if you don't know all these things, it doesn't matter. You breathe as you know that you can. And you will feel that your heart rate decreases. And then you feel more in control. Your nervous system relaxes. And your blood circulation improves. And your ideas are clearer and more sharper. Because we are in the flesh, not outside. And then it's not only this is one very important goal that we can, one very important advantage that we get doing the 3 breaths. There's another one. We come in contact with all that surrounds us. We stop, so we start hearing the birds, we feel the wind, we smell the air. The air is different. If you are in a city, it's different than you are in the woods, or you are at the sea, or in the mountains. It's different because there are different flavors inside of it. And the flavors comes from the grass. They come from the trees, they create the air for us, the vegetables. So we come in contact with all that surrounds us and all that is nurturing us. So we feel a sense of gratitude for what we receive freely from outside. No one pays for the air. And so this is very simple. It takes probably 1 minute. And then we go to the second phone call. We push away the thoughts, if they come, the disturbing thoughts, rushing things. No. And then at the end of the second phone call, we take the 3 breaths, and then we go to the next step. We go to the bank. This way, we are not in the whirlpool anymore. We are calm, in charge, at peace, and more concentrated with the things that we are doing, on the things that we are doing. We are just focused on that. So, and we will feel the strongest sensation that we get from this exercise is that we regain control. The whirlpool doesn't have so much power on us. We are in the whirlpool a little bit, but we can swim. We can go different directions. We are not just passive in the whirlpool, because we created the whirlpool. All the object that we created, all the I have to, all this I have to, we created them, most of them. So we must master them. And in this way, we will be much more satisfied and happy and healthier and wiser. So long, everybody.